Well, here you go, everyone. Josh the Collector Guy. Hope you all had an awesome week this week, everyone. Hope you're able to find some awesome things for your collections. Well, got an awesome RAOK package from my good mate Ken. That's his Instagram account just there. He said he was gathered some stuff up and he was going to send me before Christmas, and what do you know, it ended up being a big massive Christmas present. So I really appreciate that, mate. But I'll get to that just in a little bit. I'll jabber on about some of the things what he sent me. Good variety of stuff, and even some stuff for Dad as well, which was very nice of him. But first up, of course, as everyone probably knows, Star Wars The Force Awakens was released this week. Managed to see it yesterday with my family, Mum, Dad and my brother and that. Well, I was very, very, very impressed with the movie. I was, at first, well, I was looking forward to seeing it, but nervous at the same time, thinking, oh, wonder what they're going to do, but I was very, very impressed with it. Well, I'm looking forward to the next lot of movies that are coming out as well. I'm not sure how far away they are, but looking forward to seeing what's going to happen in the future movies, and I'd even go see it again as well, that it was that good. And you can probably already tell who my allegiance is to, of course, the dark side. Had to grab a Kylo Ren figure. Actually, Dad used his Jedi mind trick on me again to buy this figure. I must tell him to stop it. But I think he actually bought it for me as well, so maybe I used the Jedi mind trick on him to buy it. And obviously he's my new favourite bad guy. Looks very menacing. I'm not going to spoil anything from the movie at all. That's for everyone to find out. But I wasn't disappointed at all with the movie. I was very, very impressed with it. And everyone probably does or doesn't know, my all-time favourite character from the Star Wars universe. Yes, it certainly ain't Han Solo, it's certainly Boba Fett. My favourite character. Always remember when I was a kid, always had to have Boba Fett stuff. And still to this day, I'm still nuts about Boba Fett. Have a look at the figures on the back there. As you can see, the Flame Trooper Chewbacca. He's angry about something. Kylo Ren, Luke. We'll have a look on this side as well on Kylo Ren. Finn, Luke, the New Order Stormtrooper. Oh, First Order, sorry, gee. And Poe. All characters in the new movie. So, very impressed with them. Had to rush off to Target after the movie, because I remember the Boba Fett was there a day or two before, and I thought, oh, I hope he's still there, and what do you know, he was. So, obviously was meant to have him. At the flea market today, picked up another Kylo Ren figure. That saber's getting a bit close there, he might break the camera. Pretty decent figure, I think that was only $6. I did open it out of the packaging, because the packaging was stuffed. And at the movie theatre they had this little promotional thing. It came with a drink, so, and that's Kylo Ren as well. So as you can see, I'm pretty much hooked on Kylo Ren stuff now. I was very happy with that. And if you are a fan of Star Wars, I highly recommend you check the movie out as well. Maybe if you're not and you're curious, I certainly recommend you go check it out as well. Well, I wasn't disappointed with the movie. I know other people have different tastes to what I do, but I certainly did enjoy the movie. And you might too as well, and even bring your kids, because I don't think it was that bad for kids. I think there's worse of things out there for kids, but really, really awesome movie. Looking forward to the next lot of movies what eventually will be released, and I think there is a Boba Fett movie going to be released as well, but that's not for many years yet, but I am looking forward to that. On now to Ken's RAOK package. As you can see, there's a huge variety of stuff. That's his Instagram account, KennyK_HW_Oz. Do check him out on Instagram. He's got a large variety of stuff he collects, whether it be red lines, custom Hot Wheels. He's got some really nice ones there. Japanese red boxes. I'm absolutely drooling it over the Hot Wheels Japanese red boxes he has in his collection. He's got a lot of rare ones. So if you are on Instagram, do check him out and even give him a follow. He's a really nice guy. And, well, he's got a bunch of awesome stuff as well. And he's on the other side of Australia. I'm on the East Coast, he's on the West Coast. So, he's a good guy as well. But let's get into what he pretty much sent. As you can see, There's a lot of stuff there with Dad's name written on it. Dad loves his cars and his motorbikes and that, and Ken's obviously remembered that a lot from me jabbering on in my videos about Dad loving his cars, and Dad was very, very appreciative of what you sent, mate. Thank you very much. He absolutely loves it. He's bouncing off the walls, as was I when I got the package. So good, decent stuff just there as well. Really like how they did the riders for the motorbikes and the Hot Wheels. Really good little feature. And you can put it on your other Hot Wheels motorbikes as well if it's the same motorbike. I think we'll get to the Johnny Lightnings first though. He sent me a massive amount of them. As you can see, they're all the, I think they're the Challengers or something. They're in the vintage, well, commemorative packaging. I think that's how some Johnny Lightnings were. I don't know a lot about Johnny Lightnings, unfortunately, but they are pretty cool. They sort of had the same redline tyres as the old Hot Wheels redlines did back in the day, but they're a little bit different. 2 Jaguars just there. One of those Christmas holiday hot rods or whatever they're called, the dragsters. I do like that series. I love the artwork on those. Oh, Rudolph's drag racing Santa and his, it looks like a Plymouth or something like that. I'm not really too sure. I don't really know my Mopars that well. And they're pretty limited as well, which is pretty cool. That's one thing with Johnny Lightning. They seem to do a lot of awesome limited edition stuff. And I do believe they're making a comeback as well, from what I've heard. I know a Johnny Lightning I certainly would love to find. The old Mako Shark, which I do believe is a Corvette show car. I could be wrong, I really don't know about Johnny Lightnings, but I really would love to pick this one up in the old Johnny Lightnings. It looks really awesome, really tough. Johnny Lightning always do a good job with their cars, or they did anyway. And the old El Camino as well, have seen this one a few times, would love to find that as well. I'm pretty sure old Johnny Lightning did a Sky Show sort of release as well, just like Hot Wheels, but it was a little bit different. The old custom GTO, that one looks really nice indeed. If I bump that camera one more time, I think I'm going to knock it out of my hand. One of 3,500, that's pretty cool, because you don't really see Hot Wheels do those kinds of numbers unless it's a convention car, but they're usually the convention cars would have got that kind of limited edition, go for a mega amount of money. One of these action packs, this would have been around when I was young. Oh, 97, so I'd say it would have been 98. Can't say I really remember these that well. I think the only one I do remember is that one. We might have it, I could be wrong. I'd probably have to ask Dad. I think the one I always remember seeing is the Mars Rover ones. Pretty cool though, I love that snowplow truck, the half track, always remember that. Same with the Big Chill as well. I thought that was a funny car when I was a kid. That was really awesome. I do like those old packs as well. There's the Home Improvement one as well. I think I've got that somewhere around the house. So that one's really awesome indeed. An old James Bond Corgi at the back there. I do like the old James Bond movies, but I would have to say Roger Moore is my favourite James Bond. I think that's Sean Connery on the back there. Old Corgi did that. They did a pretty good job. I think the old original mint ones of these go for big amounts of money as well. But I don't really know about Corgi that much. I think Hot Wheels is really what I sort of do know about. I think this one is as well. Good old Thunderbirds. Absolutely adore Thunderbirds. Probably, well, one of the many things I grew up with when I was a kid, like the Star Wars. Dad introduced that to us when we were young. Always remember watching A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi for a number of years, even when the newer movies came out, like The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. Always enjoyed those movies as well. But Thunderbirds was another thing I absolutely adored. And funnily enough, he sent me some old original vehicles as well. I still have mine from when I was little, but they're in a lot more worse of shape than that, and all the paint's chipped off, but they're still all there. I think this one's a Corgi as well, old Fab one, the old Rolls Royce. Oh, Penelope's in there, but no Parker. I wonder what's happened to him. Beautiful car. He was so ahead of his time, old Jerry Anderson, with the designs for his vehicles and that. He did some incredible things back in the day. There's the old Japanese release as well. I have had my eye on a few of these as well. I believe they also did Captain Scarlet and Stingray, and maybe a few other Jerry Anderson production, well, a few other Jerry Anderson show vehicles in this series as well. That one's really cool. They did a great job on that. Very beautiful car. And a show I do love, well, only in recent years I've started to love, is old Knight Rider. And that's Kit. But I think this one, oh no, that's Car, sorry. Isn't that the evil one? I could be wrong, I haven't watched it in ages. With the old Hoff, David Hasselhoff in it. Really love Knight Rider. Dukes of Hazzard, Starsky and Hutch, the A-Team, love the A-Team. Wish they'd put it on TV more often. And he also threw in some stuff from when I was a kid. Well, the era I did grow up with was the 90s Hot Wheels. Got the beautiful, now that's coming from me, I am a big Chevy fan, but I do like the old Dodge Charger and Plymouth Daytona. It's absolutely beautiful car, but I think this was a final run at one stage. I can never wrap my head around why they got rid of this car, because it's such a... I actually like it better than the Fast and the Furious one they re-brought out, because this looks more authentic to the newer one does anyway, in my opinion. It's, well, Richard Petty used this beautiful car back in the day. I think it was a record-breaking car as well. Also the two variations, which is pretty cool. The two wheels, as you can see, are different. That one's got the spoke ones. Well, they both are spoke. That was silly to say. That one's a 7-spoke, and that's more like the lowrider wheels. So those are really awesome. I do like that car. It is a nice car. And the old 80s Firebird, a model I do like, well, love to collect, because it is General Motors related. Really love that paint scheme as well. Probably one of my favourites. Well, favourite paint schemes for this particular car. And I think there's another variation of this one with added lightning bolts at the back. I must check my Tom Mart's book for that one. Really nice indeed. Love the early blue cards as well. The Thunderbird stuff, as I was just talking about before. I think my brother always used to play with Thunderbird 1. Always had Thunderbird 2, because Thunderbird 2 is my favourite. I think we pretty much had all of them except for Thunderbird 5, I believe. A little Thunderbird 4's just in there. Ours is all chipped up. Had lots of fun with the Thunderbird stuff though. It always brings back good memories to me. There's some other cars as well. The mighty Corvette Stingray. This was actually the car he emailed me about if I had it or not, and he goes, I'm getting a few things together. As you can see, it's more than a few. Sent me some really awesome stuff. And the old Copo Camaro, I'm sure I'll be able to do something with that at a later date. Love the Copo Camaros. And he even sent me a Redline as well, but this one looks like it's been pulled apart at one stage of its life. And the engine has been swapped out of it or changed, and it did come apart. I think that's pretty cool. At least I've got a Redline I can sort of take apart now without me doing anything to it. The windshield's gone, unfortunately, but it's still cool to see how once upon a time the old Redline suspension was done. As you can see, it's all... Well, this is the Hong Kong version. I'm not sure if the US version would have been exactly like this, but it would have been pretty close, I would say. Absolutely amazing. Now it's just a straight axle with no suspension at all. It's cool to see how they did it once upon a time. That's why I love my older stuff. Absolutely adore it. And that was like my Firebird at one stage of its life, but it's alright. I love the Redlines. If they're beaten up or brand new, they still got character no matter what. Look, I think we're almost done with Ken's RAOK. Just got two more things left. The old Purple Passion. As you can see, it's not purple, it's in orange. This is one of the Real Rider ones, the Redline Club ones. 11,000 of them made. Pretty good, what the old Redline Club stuff. Haven't bought a lot of it. I do know there was a Porsche 917 in the Golf Tampo in the Redline Club what I really want to get, but I'm not really a fan of the price at the moment. I think I've seen them, this is Australian dollars, for around 100 or even around 80 or $90. I really don't want to be paying that. One day I'll find one though. So they're pretty cool. I do like the Redline Club stuff. Hot Wheels do an excellent job on that. And last but not least, I would have to say probably one of my personal favourites from the bunch has to be the old Muscle Machines 55 Nomad. Gee, I wonder how he knows I like 55 Nomads. I must go on about them. Well, of course I do. I love my Chevys. And this one has to be the chase one with the white wheels. I do remember when I was a kid when we went to the shops, I think my brother picked out a blue car and it had these white wheels on, and we didn't think at the time that it was a chase car, and after all these years we found out it was a chase car. But anyway, the car's still in mint condition anyway. I do believe it was an Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser. It was in just a very flat blue. It was really nice. I think that's somewhere in my room as well, of course. So I love the Muscle Machines. I did grow up with them in the, I think these came out in the 2000s, well 2003. Always remember getting them now and again at the shop. Dad was very generous and bought me a couple. There's the Vista Cruiser there. And I love my Nomads, and I love the chase pieces by Muscle Machines as well. They do an excellent job with that. So very, very happy with that indeed. Thank you very much, Ken. I really do appreciate it, mate. Thank you for all the awesome things you sent to Dad and I. There's his Instagram account again, everyone, if you would love to check him out. He's a great guy. You can even leave him a comment. I'm sure he wouldn't mind at all writing back to you at all. He's a really, really nice guy, and he's got some awesome, awesome stuff. So do check him out on Instagram. And that pretty much leads us to the end of the video for this week, everyone, and that can only mean one thing. Have a good Christmas to you all. Hope Santa treats you well. Hope you just have a good day with your family, your friends, your pets, your cars, your Hot Wheels, big and small, whatever. Hope you have a really awesome day. Hope you don't eat too much. Have a really good day with your family, friends, or whoever you're spending Christmas with, everyone. Really hope you have an awesome day. Well, that's it for this week's video, everyone. Thank you to everyone who tunes in each and every week, leaves kind comments, likes, subscribes to the channel, does whatever. Thank you very much, everyone. Really do appreciate your support each and every week. And, well, that leads us to the end of the video today, everyone. Thank you very much for watching, as I just said. And remember, as always, everyone, happy hunting, keep the hobby strong. See you later, everyone. Have an awesome week. Merry Christmas to you all.